Yes, Sujata ma'am, let's start. I welcome everyone. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. Nataraj Ray sir, it's glad to have you with us. Along with our past president, we have so many chapter chair with us. So now we are starting. There is some problem today making it live on Facebook, but let it be. Fair enough. Sujata ma'am, you need to unmute yourself and start again.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's session. Most machines of today, especially the complex ones, are given with an instruction manual. They guide us on how unfamiliar technology works and how we can expect to get the best out of it once we understand it. But is there any manual to enable us to learn how human beings can learn? How they should operate. We really can't understand that. So if there would be a manual of life, that would really help us. So to enlighten us on these issues, we have with us today a panel of speakers, Ms. Rashmi Bhargav, Ms. Rashmi Sharma, Meghavi Vyas, and Ms. Malini Sarvana, all distinguished professionals with rich experience. I would like to invite our host, Ms. Anita Chauhan, Chairperson ISTD Kota Chapter, to formally welcome all the dignitaries present. Anita, over to you.
Thank you, Sujata ma'am. Hello everyone, Ram Ram to everybody. On behalf of ISTD Kota Chapter and Kota Gyandwar Education Society, I am pleased to extend a warm welcome to everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome our speakers, Mrs. Rashmi Bhargav, the CEO of Denova Group Bhopal, Mrs. Malini Sarvana, Deputy GMHR, the New India Express Group Chennai, Ms. Meghavi Vyas, the founder of Mega MH Consultancy Vadodara, and Mrs. Rashmi Sharma, Director of Acum Empowered Solutions of Nasik. We are really glad that we have all the panelists today joining us from various chapters of ISTD also. And it's just because of our national leaders and all, the team spirit what we have is really hats off. Whenever Kota chapter, such a small chapter, when we ask anyone to be to grace our webinars with their presence, to be the panelist, we are really lucky to get their consent for this. So we are really grateful to them for taking out time from their busy schedules for this webinar. And I would also like to welcome all my dignitaries who have spared their valuable time to be a part of this session. As you know, during the COVID crisis, your chapter, not our chapter, it's your chapter. We have been trying to work hard, though we took some time to learn all this going through online sessions and all, which National Office started under the able leadership of Dr. Nataraj Ray and Dr. Joshi, when you people taught us how to go for these webinars and all. So Kota chapter also started this journey from the month of May. Since the month of May, as of now, we could organize 3 international webinars and in total 17 national level webinars in association with various organizations. Thank you, sir. And when we are talking about various organizations, we are getting good support from various chapters also. Delhi chapter has always been given us Zoom support apart from ISTDHO and Kota Gyandwar Education Society, wherein we are getting the total Zoom support from these people. These organizations are really helping us. And today, when I'm talking about the manual of life, the theme, this theme came to my mind like कैसे IEM बहुत important है. Our esteemed member, very lovely member of our team, Mrs. Rashmi Bhargav. I could not see her, whether she could not join. I request YK sir, can you please give a call to Rashmi ji? YK, you can just speak to her once. Yogesh sir. So Rashmi Bhargav ma'am gave me the idea of this topic. The theme which we are talking today is the manual of life. This theme is being provided to me by Rashmi Bhargav ma'am. And when I talk about this when I talk about this theme, what comes to my mind is that कि मेरे से बात किया, रश्मि मैम ने भी पूछा, रश्मि शर्मा मैम ने पूछा, मालिनी ने पूछा मुझे मैम कि भाई कैसे हम इस पे क्या बात करना चाह रहे हैं. So what I take is that कि आज जो हम अपनी लाइफ को लीड कर रहे हैं, जैसे भी हम लीड कर रहे हैं, we have different perspective. Everyone's perspective we are going to listen today on this very wonderful topic, the manual of life. The manual of life. I'm sorry, I was just going through the message. I received a message. Rashmi Bhargav ma'am could not join us due to some Zoom problem. She'll be joining us very soon. तो it came to my mind कि हाथ से आज से कुछ वर्षों पहले अगर हम अपनी वैदिक सिविलाइजेशन में चले जाते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं हम ये पाते हैं कि लाइफ वाज ऑल प्लान्ड था कहीं ना कहीं. We have 4 ashrams of our life and we were following that. तो जब हम उसको फॉलो करते थे तो शायद एक इनपुट आता था जो हम एक इंडिविजुअल की बात करते थे. तो एवरी इंडिविजुअल हैज लॉट ऑफ क्वालिटीज एंड ऑल. यही मैं आज अगर बात करती हूँ तो टुडे वी आर मिसिंग इट समवेयर. we don't even have this thing. कोई गाइडलाइंस हमारे पास नहीं है. लेकिन अगर आज मैं किसी को कह दूं कि ये आपकी गाइडलाइंस है, you have to follow these guidelines and you need to lead your life like this, so people may get furious. रादर अगर आप आज ये देखते हैं, आप अपने परिवार में भी नहीं बात कर सकते हैं कि पेरेंट्स कैन नॉट इवन टेल देयर चिल्ड्रन नाउअडेज. और एक जमाना ऐसा था. वी हैव वंडरफुल एग्जांपल्स ऑफ भगवान श्री राम का एग्जांपल हम देते हैं तो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री राम के जीवन का चरित्र अगर आप देखिएगा तो पहले दिन से उन्हें नहीं पता था कि मेरी लाइफ क्या है. माता पिता वो आए घर में, उन्होंने थोड़ा सा राजसी कुछ भोग कुछ समय वहां पे बिताया नहीं था, लेकिन he went to गुरुकुल चले गए. गुरुकुल से लौटे ही थे कि फिर से गुरुजी आ जाते हैं, कहते हैं कि हमें दे दो, इनको असुरों का नाश करना है. श्री राम उनके साथ चले जाते हैं, असुरों का नाश करते आते हैं. फिर उनको कहा जाता है कि जी आज आपको राजा बनाते हैं. विवाह करके लौटते हैं तो आज राजा बन रहे हैं और पता चलता है कुछ घंटों बाद ही पता चलता है कि नहीं आपको वनवास जाना है. सो ही वेंट ऑफ वेरी हैप्पीली एवरीवेयर. और श्री राम अगर आज अयोध्या के राजा ही हम कह जाते तो शायद आज हमारे पास उनको फॉलो करने के लिए, हमें अपना जीवन लीड करने के लिए इतने एग्जाम्पल्स और इतनी लर्निंग्स उनकी नहीं मिलती. तो वो जो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम बने, तो वो जो लाइफ का मैनुअल जो उन्हें जैसा दिया जाता गया उसको वो फॉलो करते गए एज अ चाइल्ड ऑल्सो. और जैसे जैसे वो बड़े हो गए वो हर उस लेवल पे उसको फॉलो किया. तो दिस इज व्हाट आई फील, आई थिंक. एंड ऐसे श्री कृष्ण की जब हम बात करते हैं, श्री कृष्ण ने पैदा हुए तब से सबको खोते चले गए. माता पिता को खोया जेल में, मथुरा वहां पहुंच जाते हैं. मथुरा पहुंचते हैं तो अपने नंद बाबा और यशोदा माता को भी छोड़ना पड़ता है उन्हें. वहां से निकल के फिर मथुरा पहुंचते हैं, मामा कंस का वध करते हैं, थोड़े दिन मथुरा रहते हैं, फिर वो छोड़ना पड़ता है, फिर वो द्वारिका जाते हैं. सो ही वाज आल्सो टेकिंग लाइफ एज द मैनुअल. जो चीजें उनके सामने आ रही थी, तो मुझे लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं हम इन चीजों से, कई सारी चीजें जो हमारी लाइफ में बहुत पीछे छूट चुकी है, लेकिन इनसे हमें लेसन्स लेके आज की लाइफ को लीड करने के बारे में काफी कुछ सीखा जा सकता है, समझा जा सकता है, जो कि आज हम मिस करते हैं. बट आज का ये वेबिनार ऑर्गेनाइज करने के पीछे आइडिया यही था कि लेट अस रीडिफाइन. अभी हम थोड़ी देर पहले चर्चा कर रहे थे डॉक्टर जोशी और सुजाता मैम और मैं, जब हम ट्रायल मोड में थे उस दौरान, कि जब आंख खुले तभी सवेरा है. तो आज हम इस वेबिनार को कर रहे हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं आइडिया ये है कि हर किसी का एक नया पर्सपेक्टिव जो है लाइफ को, दैट कैन बी विद योर फेलियर्स, विद योर पॉजिटिव्स एंड नेगेटिव नोट्स ऑफ योर लाइफ आल्सो. उससे हम कहीं तो सीखें, क्यूमुलेटिव कुछ लेकर आते हैं. एंड लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस. एंड आई कैन एश्योर यू जो अगले आपके पास 90 मिनट हैं, आप उसको बहुत ही एंजॉय करने वाले हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू हैव द सेम फॉर्मेट एज ऑलवेज. we'll have some question also, so you'll be able to ask your questions too. So thank you so much, Sujata ma'am. You can proceed forward.
Thank you. Thank you, Anita. I would now like to invite Dr. Nataraj Ray for his inaugural remarks.
Good evening, madam. I'll call end of the program because I'm in the week.
Just a minute. First, I would like to introduce Dr. Nataraj Ray. So sorry, there was some disturbance. First, I would like to introduce Dr. Nataraj Ray, National President, ISTD. He is a multifaceted personality, a true ISTDian. He is a member of many important committees of ISTD at national and regional level. He also holds positions of responsibility at CII, NHRD, and NIPM. Presently, he is working in US-based MNC Pressmec at Kolkata and responsible for the entire gamut of operations of the company in India in the fields of HR, legal, IR, admin, etc. A down-to-earth person, he has over 2 decades of experience in handling workforce of all categories. Dr. Nataraj Ray, over to you.
Madam, I'm in the BKL, office BKL. I'll call you at the end of the program. I'm the office BKL. I can speak now. I'll call in the end of the program. Okay. I'll call. I'll talk.
Okay. All right. Fine, Dr. Ray. Okay, then I would like to invite Dr. Avinash Joshi, Director, National Office, ISTD, for his opening remarks on the topic. He's a core HR professional having over 36 years experience in major power PSUs of the country. He started his career as executive training personnel in NTPC in 1984, worked for 8 years in NTPC, and thereafter shifted to Nafta Chakri Power Corporation in Shimla, and thereafter to THDC India Limited. He's presently working as Director HR, UJVN Limited, a government of Uttarakhand enterprise. Dr. Joshi has an illustrious career. He is actively associated with training and development activities in the state of Uttarakhand. He worked as Honorary Secretary of ISTD Dehradun chapter for 5 years. He was associated with the North Zone Conference of ISTD at Dehradun in November 2013, with the COER Roorkee in 2015 and 16. He was the chairman of ISTD Dehradun chapter till December 2019. Presently, he is director at Indian Society of Training and Development Office, New Delhi. Visiting faculty at IIT Roorkee, University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, Doon University, Dehradun. The list is very long. These areas of specialization are HR, organizational behavior, emotional intelligence, workplace spirituality. Other areas of interest is that he is an avid wildlife photographer, trekker, and traveler. He has traveled extensively in Europe, US, Africa, and the Far East. Over to you, Dr. Joshi, for your remarks.
Thank you, Sujata ma'am, for a very long and beautiful introduction. In fact, the topic which Anita has chosen today has become very, very relevant, especially during the COVID times. And as you rightly said in the beginning, that all the expensive machines come with a manual. I think the most expensive machine is a human being, which comes without a manual. In fact, as Anita also has narrated the story of Rama and Krishna, that how they followed a certain order in their lives. Human beings are a part of the ecosystem. All the living beings on earth follow certain path, and it comes instinctively to all of them. The animals, they will rise up in the morning, the whole day they will move around. They have a very specific life cycle. In fact, we call it a life cycle because they follow a certain routine, a certain pattern. And all the living beings, whether they are the plants, living beings. However, the human beings, in fact, till a couple of years, they were also following certain pattern of life, even though a prescribed manual was not there. But somehow, we had the system of joint family system. Anita talked about Vedic civilization. So why we talk about civilization? Because the civilization create that culture. And the Indian culture was famous because of the various institutions, various rituals. And those rituals are what? They are the manual because they guide us through the lives. She talked about जो 4 आश्रम थे हमारे, ब्रह्मचर्य आश्रम, गृहस्थ आश्रम, वानप्रस्थ आश्रम, संन्यास आश्रम. So what were these ashrams? These ashrams have divided our life in various sectors so that we follow a certain path. Somehow, as the civilization is growing, we are forgetting the ways from the joint family system to nuclear family, or now we have reached a single parent family. So where is the time to follow any regime? Where is the time to follow certain pattern of lives? We are totally out of the sync, and that is probably one of the reasons that we are facing the diseases like cancer, COVID, and all these things. They were 30, 40 years ago, cancer was never heard of. So because these imbalances in the life have grown in a geometrical progression, so each and every person in the society is suffering today. And that has probably necessitated the thought of a manual for human beings, for us. Because today we do not hear or we do not listen to our parents. Our children do not listen to us. About the whole life pattern has changed. बच्चे रात को 12, 1, 2 बजे सोते हैं. They get up at 9, 10, 11 in the morning. The whole cycle is disturbed. Each and every cycle is disturbed. The way they are going, running, हाथ में ब्रेड का टुकड़ा पकड़ा हुआ है, they are running. आप कोई भी चीज एक्टिविटी अगर देखते हैं, everything has got disturbed. Today morning I was discussing with Anita, so she said, I said, this is a very, very valid question, the manual of life, because as we talked about expensive machines having manual, so today the need has arisen, and this is a need for awakening ourselves. The kind of emphasis has been laid today about our lifestyles. Every day, you will find all the channels full with lot of recipes about our food habits, about our daily life, the yoga and all that, because in our lives, we have not followed a routine, and that has resulted in all these aberrations in our lifestyle. I will not take much time, but I'll only say that this is the time, as Anita also said, कि जब आँख खुले तो सवेरा. So probably this is the right time to think about the kind of lifestyles we should have and what are the do's and don'ts in our lives. And we have got a very, very renowned panelist today with us who will throw light on us, and they will educate us and illuminate us on this. I wish all the best to this webinar. Thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Avinash Joshi. Your opening remarks have set the tone for today's session. Now I'm pleased to introduce Ms. Rashmi Bhargav, CEO, Dinova Group, Bhopal, an HR professional with around 30 years.
Sujata ma'am, we need to take a break. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Actually, there is some problem with Dr. Rashmi Bhargav's Zoom connectivity, so she could not join us as of now. So
Okay.
We shall be starting the session with Mrs. Malini Sarvana.
All right. So I would request Smriti
Yeah, right, ma'am.
to introduce her.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh,
This is Dr. Smriti. Feels privileged to introduce Mrs. Malini Sarvana. Mrs. Malini Sarvana currently, has been the Vice Chairman of ISTD Chennai chapter during 2017-18. She has also been honorary secretary during 2016 and 17, honorary treasurer in 2015-16. She is life member of ISTD, NIPM, NHRD, and HR Sangam. Malini ji has been awarded Pride of Tamil Nadu Award for Women Leadership by Dr. R.L. Bhatia, World HRD Congress in Chennai during December 2017. She has also been awarded Best Chapter Contributor in ISTD Southern Regional Conference, Bangalore during January 2017. Mrs. Malini is working with the New Indian Express Group, heading the Corporate Human Resources Department as Deputy General Manager. She has been working for nearly 23 years. Earlier worked with Hitachi Automotive Systems India Private Limited. Mrs. Malini Sarvana has exposure to talent management, compensation and benefit management, training and development, and various HR strategy culture transformation. So she has exposure of various institutes and HR operations. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Smriti. And Ms. Malini, since she is traveling, so she has shared her video to us, and I'm just starting her video, her perspective on today's session.
First of all, let me thank Anita Madam for giving me this opportunity to share about my perspectives. Now, now, how do we create our great all of you? First of all, let me thank Anita Madam for giving me this opportunity to share about my perspectives on the manual of life. Before I begin, let me first convey my sincere apology to the entire viewers because I'm sharing my perspective on this video platform. I'm not able to join the call because personal commitments which just come up very suddenly. Thank you. Thank you in advance for accepting this. And let me share about my perspectives on life. To me, Dharma is available. It is there in every society, every culture, or I would say every nation. The Dharma is there in terms of their code of conduct, religious books, various philosophies, Bhagavad Gita. In Tamil, we call it as a Tirukkural by Tiruvalluvar, and we have a lot of government regulations. So, the dharmas is available to us, around us. What individuals manual of life, not the generic which is part of the society. Each of the manual of life, each one's mine or yours, or each one of our manual of life can be created by ourselves. It can't be created by others.
त्यांना मला आवाज नाही येत. मला
That's what I mean.
थांबा फोन.
The first thing we try to live,
मराठी में इसका
आवाज नहीं आ रहा.
like we're supposed to visualize and then
आवाज नहीं आ रहा. आवाज नहीं आ रहा.
It's okay, we are taking care.
experiences about the manual of life for individuals. Today, why this manual of life is becoming significant or important. And I introspected that which come up with such a perspectives. I felt life is precious because with corona crisis, the life is very uncertain. Suddenly, we find our own person. People suddenly they are no more with us. Can't be the same person. Suddenly, the sudden death that makes me reflect and call. One, the life is precious. Second, the limited period of life. I believe it is important that life has to be happy and we create happiness, inspire happiness around us. That is one. Second, we have more rather than, or I would say, much being successful. It is important that we have to get a happy life. It is important that life is non-worrying, non-frustrating, non-suffering. Despite that, we face a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties, balancing our varied emotions. These are the things that why it is significant and more. It is putting a lot of focus on that on it during this conference. When I look at today's ecosystem, I feel because of the corona crisis, today is far better than better ecosystem. I think it's important that we use it wisely, improve it, and create a space for us and also provide a space for others to coexist. We alone cannot live happily. It is important that people around us need to live happily. So we have a lot of responsibility. Why this manual of home is getting important?
As I have received a call that though the sound out here is all okay, are you not getting voice? Fair enough. Let me have, let us
Still
introduce
anything. No voice at all.
Okay, I will check it out. So may I now request Sujata ma'am to invite another next speaker, Meghavi Vyas.
Your voice is okay, Anita ji.
Okay, fair enough. Sir.
Anita ji, your voice is okay.
Thank you, sir. So then video must be having some problem. Never mind. Let us continue with this. Sujata ma'am.
Yeah, ask her to increase voice system. Please ask her कि volume probably the volume will increase.
Now can everyone hear me?
Yes, you are there, ma'am.
Yes?
Right.
Okay. I'm now pleased to introduce Meghavi Vyas. Ms. Meghavi Vyas is a certified image consultant. She's a civil engineer turned entrepreneur. She's done her international certification in the same from Consell Institute, USA. She's done her soft skill certification with a Scottish SQA accreditation. Her TTA certification comes with the prestigious NABIT accreditation. She has been awarded Asian Business Excellence Award by IECM Malaysia as an advancing and enterprising entrepreneur from India. She has been recently recognized as one amongst 150 women pan-India as a successful SME women entrepreneur by great companies. It's a very commendable achievement, I would say. Her talks on image management and soft skills have been compiled and included as a part of an educational program by an MLM company. She has also written 2 books. For almost a decade, she has been practicing as an image consultant, helping people put the best foot forward. She firmly believes in her brand promise that quotes, change your image, change your life. Over to you, Meghavi Vyas.
Thank you so much. First of all, thanks, Anita, because you have invited me here. More than that, for a wonderful topic like Manual of Life. And more than that, I've got to hear so many learned people. Most of you are so much elder to me, and I'm sure you have much more experience when it comes to Manual of Life than what I'm going to say. So I would really want to excuse myself for all the gyan that I'm going to jadofy in the next 10 minutes. But yeah, it gives a lot of comfort also, because end of the day we are all ISTD family. So thank you so much for that lovely introduction. The topic was very interesting, and I have been always talking about image management, and when this topic came to me, I was kind of very happy to be a part of this one, because when we think about Manual of Life, yeah, like Anita said, we don't really get a Manual of Life. Somewhere I feel thankful also about that we don't have a Manual of Life, and hence we have a lot of freedom, lot of flexibility also. But that's where I thought that it's good that we don't have manual, because that gives us a lot of freedom to express ourselves in a way we would want to. So I really want to start telling that, yeah, it's good. Thankfully, we don't have a manual, because then manuals is for machines, and machines are all manufactured on the same assembly. So there are 100 machines manufactured, they all carry the same manual. But when we think about human beings, I think we have this privilege that the same individual, even if there are 2, 3, 4 born to the same parents, we all are so different. Even the same parents, they have 3, 4 children, they can't have a manual which can be applicable to all those children. In fact, sometimes when I think, and thankfully COVID has given us a lot of time to think, I feel like the same manual will not suffice the person also for different stages of his life. Probably the manual which would have helped me in my teens would have not helped me in my younger adult age. Now that I'm a proper adult at the age of 40 plus, it would have not helped. And I'm sure that when I'll be 60 plus, thankfully, if I get through the COVID and be 60 plus, at that time also, I'm sure I would need a different manual. So I think it's good that life doesn't have a manual. But having said that, we also have to understand that we may not have manuals. So it's not about having one rule, but yes, we do have golden guidelines which we need to follow in case we want to have a healthy, happy life. And for that, I think we should look at certain things in our life. So maybe how we are shaped, how we shape ourselves, or how we groom ourselves, that would largely depend upon people in our life, the family, which I don't know good or bad, but we don't have a choice to select what family it is. But we also have a huge liberty in choosing the environment that we have. So environment, when I say, I mean the books we read, the TV programs that we see, the kind of people we associate with, maybe they are friends, colleagues, whoever they are, the kind of conversations that we indulge into. So maybe I'm right now thankfully here in the esteemed company, but I could be somewhere a part of the WhatsApp chat and talking about COVID, which is absolutely not healthy. So this whole environment also somewhere shapes us. The kind of food we eat, all this somewhere decides whether we are progressing in life or not. And I feel one of the advantage that we have when we don't have a manual is we have a very strong reset button. And thankfully, this reset button can be used for as many times as we want to. So that can be kind of your physical life needs a reset. During COVID, I'm sure a lot of people have started taking charge of their physical body, their health. They are more into healthy eating. They are more into exercising, maybe even if it's at home or taking an evening walk. So that's where one thing that I see people have used the reset button, the emotional reset button. Wanting or not wanting to use it, we all have used it during the last few days. That emotionally it has been a huge turmoil, the way we have seen things going down, going up, going down. And that's where we have emotionally also tried to reset ourselves for I don't know how many times. spiritually, yes, we all are, I think, spiritually much more healthier than what we were. Initially, it was just about having that agarbatti or diya in the morning. But now, thankfully, we all are getting more spiritual in whatever way we can. The faith in Almighty, the faith in Supreme Power is much more. So I think because we don't have a manual, all these things are getting reset in some or other way. And that's where we have actually identified that somewhere, it's getting more about the reset button for progress rather than having a perfect life with the help of a manual. So manual might make life perfect, but it would have been difficult at some times. So that's where I think it's really nice. It again, gets me back to the thought, the very prevalent WhatsApp messages that we all receive, that a shark can be 8 inches also and 8 feet also. It all depends upon where the shark is, what the environment is. And I think that's also because shark also is somebody like us who doesn't have a manual to live by. And that's where the environment influences whether the shark is going to reach to 8 inch or 8 feet. And somewhere we also as humans, we decide whether we are going to be 8 inches or 8 feet in terms of the achievements of the life that we have. And I, being an image consultant, having interacted with a lot of people from different walks of life, I have really observed and felt that it is self-image at the end of the day, that a huge amount of this depends on the person, what kind of a self-image that person carries, the impact and the intent. So impact is something that everybody sees, we see, people also see that. But the intent that we carry in our heart, which takes a little time for people to identify, but we always know that. So I think that impact and intent, more than that, the intent decides how are we really going to take our life, in which direction. These are my thoughts. But if I tell my very personal views, like what I really believe in, I'm a big time God loving person. So I think if if we don't have the manual of the life, I personally feel that the best thing is have faith in Brahmaji. I think that's the best thing to do. Have faith in him, and he, whatever he does, is going to be for our good. We may not like it, we may not understand it, that's a different thing. But having that faith, I think, is the easiest way that we can live the life even without a manual. Another thing which I feel is life can also be seen without a manual. When we have to have our own ways to look at it, it can also be looked as a very, I would not say balance, but a very nice harmony between the gratitude that we have. When I say have faith in Almighty, have faith in Brahmaji, the gratitude that we show and the generosity that we show to others. So gratitude is for Brahmaji, generosity is for other people. And that's where I feel like generosity in terms that you don't have to go out and pay those checks for lakhs and lakhs. It's like, even you see a beggar passing by, give a 1 rupee and more than that a smile. I think that is also generosity. So somewhere having that beautiful harmony between the gratitude and the generosity is also something which will help, at least has helped me have greater faith in Brahmaji. So I think that's one way to look at it. Another thing which I feel is that uh, in this last few months, 3 4 5 months, last 3 months categorically, when things have been really under the pressure of COVID, work is going haywire. And that's when I've started taking life much more lighter, in an easy way, rather than always being after it, trying to plan every single thing. And I feel like it's okay if you don't plan for a very long time. If at least you have a plan for the next 24 hours, you should be more than happy about it. It's okay if you don't have a plan for the entire month or the entire quarter. Having known that what am I going to do in the next 24 hours is also kind of okay. There are a lot of mistakes, there are a lot of downfalls, but I think it's okay. A lot of times we also hurt each other unknowingly, of course, but I think even that is okay, as long as we are the first one to wipe the tears of that person. I think that's also kind of okay, because that's kind of part of the process. So that's what I have figured out with whatever little experience I have. I know in front of people who sit here, it's so much of experience. I don't know how much is this valid, but this is what little time of life has taught me. Another thing which I realized in this time is that the friends and the company that I have had, that is so much more important than the journey that I have traveled. So till now, I'll be very honest. Again, it's the internal ISTD family. Till now, whenever people would speak out my introduction about the awards and the things I have done, I used to have that very little, though humble, but pride in myself that, yeah, I have done this. Today, after this experience, I feel like I still have that little pride in me, but more than that, I have the gratitude that God has given me the chance that I could do that. So it's not really something extraordinary that I have done, but I feel extremely privileged that I'm the one who got the chance to do what I have done. And that's where I feel like these things are much more important. Of course, it's important to exist. In fact, exist loudly. Since I'm an image management consultant, I would definitely vouch for that, that yes, one needs to exist and exist loudly, but in a way that it should not disturb others. So I think that's what life is to me without any manual. And again, before I end, a huge thank you to all of you, to Anita for giving me the chance, and for all of you wonderful people to having the patience to listen to what all I had my thoughts to share. And more than that, thanks to Brahmaji for not giving a manual that we could live a life which is so versatile, though a little vulnerable. But yes, I appreciate the versatility of the life rather than the vulnerability part. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your wonderful thoughts.
Thank you.
Moving on to the next panelist, I feel privileged to introduce Mrs. Rashmi Sharma, Secretary ISTD, a topper and gold medalist. She has a first class with distinction in industrial psychology from Pune University and PG certification in special education from the Commonwealth Society of London. She has specialization in organizational behavioral, and her rich experience as trainer for over 27 years includes people skill, change management, leadership motivation, and managerial skills development. She is a clinical psychologist and counselor, coach and consultant. She has specialized in counseling therapy and training methods in individual, educational, and corporate environment. She has worked as a HR manager for 11 years, where she began her stint as a trainer and has had several hands-on experiences with the industrial setup. She then joined Symbiosis International University as a professor and HOD. As an expert in special education, she has worked extensively both as a consultant and counselor for educational institutes. As a professor for human resource development with the Symbiosis International University, she has been extensively involved in management development programs and management consulting services. She has contributed in research and consultancy for premier companies and presented research papers both at international and national levels. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So good evening, and thank you so much for inviting me for this very beautiful topic. You know, I'm so thrilled with someone thinking also of this. So Rashmi Bhargava should get the ownership for that. Thank you so much for thinking of it. And Anita, thank you for inviting me. Sujata, you're doing a wonderful job. Yes, I have been introduced with all these various beautiful words, but I think I'm just a simple human being who's living her life. So manual of life तो अभी तक तैयार नहीं हुआ है, अभी तक in process है. अब पता नहीं, अभी तक सीख ही रही हूँ. So I'm still learning, I'm still understanding, and I'm still moving ahead in my life. So what I thought that instead of, because I'm sure all of you are so, you know, you have experienced life yourselves and you have created your own little lessons for life. So I thought that instead of, you know, giving some gyan, maybe I can just share a little bit about what I have learned and what I have understood from my life. So I'm beginning with a small story. of a 16-year-old girl. And she had dreams, you know, she was very career oriented and she wanted to become someone very big. And there were plans in her head, and, you know, she would discuss every day with her father and talk about how she wants to get into the educational field and how she wants to get into research and development. And, you know, teaching was her passion. And even at the age of 16, she understood that. But she got married. And that didn't stop her. She had a baby at 17. That didn't stop her either. She carried on with her education, went forward, completed one graduation, one post-graduation, then another post-graduation, and she moved on. So one of the first things that I learned, of course, by now you must have guessed who that girl is. Yes, me. So this is what I learned. I learned that if you have faith in yourself, and if you have dreams and you aspire, there's nothing that can stop you. So there is no word like impossible. It's just about me being possible. And finding a way and making things happen is up to us. Believing and having faith. These were the two most important lessons that I learned very early in my life. You can imagine the time that it was. I'm very old now. So you can imagine, you know, in those days, the kind of joint families we would have and the kind of atmosphere we had to live with, and the responsibilities that we had to, you know, look after as women. And by the way, Anita, I really like the idea of having women in the panel. Not that we are much more learned, but we do go through a little bit more in the sense of responsibilities at home and outside.
Right, right.
So, well, a bit more. I think men also do a lot. But this is one thing that I understood, you know, that this whole thing of many women would tell me, if only, agar ye hota to, agar meri shadi jaldi nahi hoti to, ye wo, you know, there are so many excuses that you can give to yourself. But those excuses are not going to help you to lead your life in the best way possible. So discovering and exploring yourself, understanding yourself, believing in yourself, and then keep on moving forward. Another very small thing that I've learned over the years is, you know, I think we've, you know, spoken about it earlier also, but two things, gratitude and appreciation. I think this works for me all through my life. I've never taken the ownership on myself that this is me, I have done it, although I had faith in myself. But there was always this bit of appreciation towards, you know, the people who were enabling me towards it. I remember a time when, you know, going to college, I couldn't leave, my in-laws were not comfortable with me taking up psychology because it was a long, full-time course. And I was studying in Sapphire. So Sapphire, as you know, in Bombay is very stringent about the way that they teach psychology. And but I wanted to do it. So I went and spoke with the principal and I said, ma'am, can I do it? But my child, I don't know what to do about that. She's small. She's just barely 2.5, 3 years old. And I don't know how to complete this course and still look after her. And the principal was so sweet. She said, no, bring your child along. There was another friend of mine who said, no problem, wo lunch time pe na, mera ghar paas mein hai. You come over, give her food, and my nanny will look after her for the rest of the day. So, you know, from 7 till 9, I was able to go to college, manage the entire thing, go for my classes, go for the sessions that I had also with as a psychologist. Everything. This was only for 1 year, just the 3rd year. At that moment itself, you know, that feeling of gratitude came into my heart, and I was so grateful to both these people, the way they had supported me. Even before that, my husband would look after my baby because I just had morning college, 7 to 11. That was in the 1st and 2nd year. And he would look after my baby for me till 11 o'clock. He would give her a bath, keep her ready. And then I could come home and look after her. There was always someone to support me. There was always someone to give me that little bit of extra push, that little bit of extra motivation and help me to move forward. And I think a big deal of, you know, that people coming in from the environment towards me and helping me through this journey was because I was always saying thank you. So if you're able to appreciate, if you're able to just for 1 minute, say thank you. Even if it's my practice, even today, I get up in the morning and I say thank you, God, for such a beautiful day. And it's always been there. And probably that's put me into this habit of, saying thank you to each and every person. There are times when people say, "Arey, bahut ho gaya, kya itna thank you?" But why not? Very few people, it's very important, isn't it? Don't you think so? Right? Do you agree?
Right.
So there are loads of other things that I would like to share, but I felt that I'll keep it very short and crisp and leave the rest for the question and answer session. So belief in yourself, faith in yourself, gratitude, and appreciation. These few things, if we just look after for ourselves, I think the rest just happens. Life happens and life teaches. So let's just be in the learning mode forever. Thank you so much. Anita, would you like me to carry on?
No. Thank you so very much, Rashmi ma'am. Thank you so much the way you have given. So now we have a lovely Rashmi Bhargav ma'am has joined us, and Sujata ma'am. So we shall be having her introduction. We have Rashmi Bhargav ma'am has joined us. She is, let me introduce, Ms. Rashmi Bhargav is CEO of De Novo Group, Bhopal. Sujata ma'am, are you there?
No, yes, actually it was unmuted. That's why you couldn't hear me.
Yes.
I'll do it. I'm really pleased to introduce Ms. Rashmi Bhargav, CEO De Novo Group, Bhopal. She's an HR professional with around 30 years of rich experience spanning diverse areas like talent acquisition and management performance, management, etc. She's an international speaker, speaking at various forums. She started the De Novo Group in 2005, which is now a group of 4 companies. She also holds responsible positions in various professional organizations. She is Joint Secretary of HRD Network, Bhopal Chapter, National Council member of ISTD New Delhi, and Chairperson ISTD Bhopal Chapter. Member of Southeast Asian Women Forum and various HRD forums, among others. She is the recipient of various awards. She has won the National Award as the Best Outstanding Women Trainer 1998 at New Delhi by ISTD. She was conferred with the Super Achievers Award for 2010 by the Indira Group of Educational Institutes. She has received an Achievement Award for doing excellent work for skill development in 2014 by the Ministry of Skill Development. She's received the Top 10 Thinkers of the Country Award also in 2015 by MTC Global. And it's a big list. So over to you, Ms. Rashmi Bhargav, for your address. We're looking forward to it.
First, apologies. Zoom was not taking me in today. It's never happened before, but I don't know why. Because I had to be the last speaker, right? Now, to begin with, there is no magical part as beautiful, powerful, and inspiring as your beautiful eyes. And I see everybody present. Everybody's eyes are smiling, I hope. Before we go further, I would request each and every one present here to shut your eyes for 30 seconds and think of a beautiful picture. All of you here, including Sunita. Was the picture big, small, colored, or black and white? Or was it beautiful, blurred? Please tell me. See, we are all human beings. We all, very small exercise, but let us realize that we are all human beings. We all have our thoughts, and all our thoughts lead to visions, and visions to goals, and desire to succeed and achieve, and we start writing our manual for life. Good evening, everybody, and I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I'm Rashmi Bhargav, though I know Sujata ji has already introduced me so elaborately that I'm feeling a bit embarrassed. So, you all must be thinking, is there really a manual of life? Certainly there is. Certainly there is. But then you have to write it yourself. As you live your life, you will learn things and read, practice, experience, try and search for what is good to have a good life. Make up a list of do's and don'ts. Decide on your ethics for what applies to you. Then you try to live your life according to the principles you've learned. You will live as humanity does. But before going further, I would like to share a very beautiful message which everybody, for everyone to know the meaning of life. A man, when he realized that he saw God coming to take his life away, God coming closer with a suitcase in his hand, dialogue between God and dead man. God, all right, son, it's time to go. Man, so soon, I had a lot of plans. God, I'm sorry, but it's time to go. Man, what do you have in that suitcase? God, your belongings. Man, my belongings? You mean my things? Clothes, money, God? God, those things were never yours. They belong to the earth. Man, is it my memories? God, no, they belong to time. Man, is it my talent? God, no, they belong to circumstances. Man, is it my friends and family? God, no, son, they belong to the path you travel. Man, is it my wife and children? God, no, they belong to your heart. Man, then it must be my body. God, no, it belongs to the dust. Man, then surely it must be my soul. God, you are sadly mistaken, son. Your soul belongs to me. Man with tears in his eyes and full of fear took the suitcase from the God's hand and opened it. And believe me, it was empty. With heart broken and tears down his cheek, he asked God, man, then what was mine? God, your moments. Every moment you lived was yours. Do good in your every moment. Think good in your every moment. Thank God for every moment. Life is just a moment, dear friends. Live it, love it, enjoy it. And personally for me, this is the manual of life. You know, relating this to a small story of a mouse. A mouse was put at the top of a jar filled with grains. He reached to the bottom of the jar. Now he realized that he was trapped and he had to solely depend on somebody to put the grains in the jar for him to survive. He may not even get the grains. And he had to live. He had to feed on whatever had been put in the jar. Here are my top lessons from this. Short-term pleasures can lead to long-term traps. We should not come into a comfort zone and keep on taking challenges in life. If things are coming easy and you're getting comfortable, you are
getting trapped into a survival mode and would reach the bottom of the jar. When you're not using your skills, you're losing your skills. Keep striving to achieve and live a full life, because moments of happiness, joy, and achievement are all that matters in life. Just let me know how much time do I have more. Do I have 10 minutes?
Ma'am, you can speak for another 7 minutes.
Okay, dear. But what is a manual? Is it a list of instructions for life? Then what is life? Life is a series of baby steps. Then what is the secret of these baby steps? Do you feel happy when you see colorful flowers, a beautiful sunset, or cute babies? Do you think they all have intentions to make us happy? No. They are beautiful inside out. And that is what I feel needs to be done. You have to be beautiful inside and out, dear friends. I want to share an amazing story again. You know, there was an island where there was a singer who was singing very well, you know. Beautiful voice, world-class voice. A tourist came and asked that person, dear, you have such a fantastic, why don't you move out of this place, this small island, go to a big city like New York? He says, you'll be able to earn a lot of money. He says, you'll be able to hire a manager and do all the music. And then have a beautiful house. He says, how long will that take? He says, another 20, 30 years. Oh my God. Then he says, then you'll be able to retire and live a very happy life with your family. And he says, that is exactly what I'm doing at the moment, dear. That is exactly what I'm doing. I'm living with my family, playing with my children. So now we have to also, in the manual of life, we have to realize that whether less is more or more is less. We have to take stock of what we want out of life. And, you know, what I feel is, end of the day, we have to, it's only a sincere suggestion, accept what cannot be changed. Have the courage to change what you can. Life is full of choices and life is full of compromises too. Positive choices lead to success. Negative choices lead to failure. So how do we synchronize all this in our life? We have to set the goals, put the goals in writing, make the goals realistic, make the goals specific, allow your goals to guide your choices, make your goals exciting challenges. All goals must be adjustable to new information. Start thinking good of yourself and feel that you can achieve your goals. Strive, seek balance, understand, create, condition, envision, align your vision and values, enjoy the journey and destination. Trust your ability, act. To have a smooth and happy life, we need to act, whichever the stage of our life is. So, dear friends, when you dream, when your dream becomes your purpose, you are absolutely unstoppable. Your dream, vision, purpose, goals, and final achievements is your manual of life. Life goes on, whether you choose to move on and take a chance in the unknown or stay behind, locked in the past, thinking of what could have been done. Choice is totally yours. Enjoy your day and goodbye. That's what I feel is the manual of life. I love you all. And that's my philosophy.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your lovely smile always make everything, you know, extraordinary. So,
thank you.
Really nice to have you. As I mentioned, starting में मैंने mention किया था कि the theme is being given by you only, so it has to be वो कुछ अच्छा होता ही था. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a good news for you. Like we have Miss Malini, she has joined us now. So I'll invite Malini ji for her session because उनका introduction हमने पहले भी दिया है.
Okay.
Yes, Malini, you can.
Can you see me, all of you?
No.
Anita, madam, can you see me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are.
Okay.
Right, ma'am.
So good evening. Yeah. Yes. Good evening to all of you. And thanks, Anita, madam, for giving this opportunity for me to speak about my perspectives on the manuals of life today with all of you. This is a big challenge for me. Now I'm traveling in a car towards a temple. So over this, I'm sharing my perspectives. So I hope the audio is clear, though the video is a lot of distortions are there because of the travel. So to begin with, with regard to the introduction of this topic, see, I think with already some of the speakers I was listening, they were talking about the dharmas and all. See, I believe we have manuals of life in terms of dharmas and lots of our code of conduct and acts, policies, regulations, and like in Tirukural, we have in Tamil by Thiruvalluvar Tirukural. So many things we have with regard to manuals of life. What I'm going to share is about individual manual of life, which can be created by only themselves. Like I can create my manual of life, and similarly you can create your own manual of life. The overall, the dharmas and all, it's for us to get inspired. But then each one has a different kind of a life experience. So each one has to create their own manual of life. We can't copy or, just take another person's life and then live their life. That's about my introduction. Generally, many of us live generally our life. We think this is how we are supposed to. We just live in a world of different world, and then we just try to live. But actually, we need to live what is meant for us. We need to live the life what is meant for us. And moving on, I'm going to share my perspectives. To begin with, let me first talk about why this topic is getting very important and relevant. In today's, as you're aware, in today's context, we are facing corona and all. See, today we see sometimes, the known person, our own friends and colleagues, sometimes, suddenly they become nowhere. They're not available with us. Sudden death is giving us a lot of big shock to us. So this is giving me a reflection for me, which gives a kind of one reflection. The life is very precious, and our life is a limited period of. That's what I come to a conclusion. So that's kind of a very temporary, challenging life we are currently all living. So what I feel, the manual of life, it is important that we need to live a happy life and create happiness and also inspire happiness to the people around us. Second, it is important that we need to live a life which is very useful rather than just alone only be successful. Though success is also important, but it is important to be useful. That is very important. And then to live a life, happy life, without worrying, non-frustrating, and then so that any kind of moments we face, any kind of a difficult moments we face, it is important that we need to balance our life and then move on. We have a better ecosystem as of now. Today, because of Corona, one important key point that we get is, it is not tomorrow life is better. Actually, today life is far more better than tomorrow's life. That's how we come to a conclusion. So generally, most people are all ambitious. They aspire to become more and more. They want to be more and want more and more things. They expect more and more. And in terms of professional life, there's a lot of work pressure. There's a lot of stress people are facing. When the character is revealed, when there is a pressure is applied. The second, in terms of professional and personal life, when each individual values and perspectives, their thought process, their feelings, whatever, when it gets communicated with the other person, there is a conflict. There is a conflict. There is a kind of discontent. There is a disagreement, because of which vices evolve. For example, we face a lot of hatred, jealousy, egos, all these things evolve because of there is a lot of, I would say, non-synchronization between two individuals, because of which people face a lot of issues. So we become more and more focused with us, and collective focus in these aspects. Uh, 1 minute. That is why when we face all these kind of challenges, when we have both vices and virtues in the society, but sometimes we end up facing lots of vices. That is why we look at spiritual books, spirituality, scriptures, religion, to get solace and comfort, to have a peace of mind. What I believe is we need to pay attention to oneself, to take care of oneself. Whatever we become in life, we want to move on. Everybody wanted unlimited expansion, limitless expansion, large growth, and we wanted to achieve all these things. Manual of life, what I believe, it is individual perspective or collective perspective in today's fast changing world. I have two important aspects. If one has to create their own manual of life, the first one is purpose. You have to have your own purpose in life. That is the fundamental for creating one's manual of life. Purpose means to finding our purpose of life. That is why we are here. What is the reason for being here? What are our values? What are the principles that guide us, which are never compromised at any point of time? The values and purpose guides us to achieve the purpose. Each one of us behave in a different way. For example, each one has different perspective. We behave in a different way. We use our values to achieve our purpose. When together, when so many people work, collaborate, talk to each other, that forms a culture. So what I believe culture is the art of working together in a disciplined manner. That's what I call it as a culture. So generally we all seek something in life. We are living today, we want to achieve something. Life is a journey, that's how we call. So we just move on, we just keep on, take it up, whatever that comes in our way. But most of us wanted in life, there are four things I believe. The first one is being successful. Second one is to be wealthy. Third one is to be healthy. Fourth one is to be happy. These are the four things I always believe most people aspire, to be successful, to be wealthy, to be healthy, and to be happy. In today's context, health becomes more and more conscious, very important, critical because of Corona crisis. Also, it is important to be more wealthier and more successful, and also to be happy. It's a very, very dichotomy. All things to put together. It's a lot of challenges. Our wants and needs are more, and a lot of aspirations are there. People only wanted all these things. In the pursuit of this, there are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of obstacles. Let's move on. That's how life is, for us in front of us. If we want to achieve, what I feel when we wanted to achieve all these things, it is important that we should not alone focus on result, but we should also focus on the process and the way to achieve all these things. Next, moving on, I want to talk about the second aspect is persistence. See, each one is different, each one is unique. Nobody can be compared with others. You are unique, I am unique, each one of us are unique and distinct in their own way. So when we have our own purpose, we have our own set of values, we work towards our purpose. What I feel sometimes, we face a lot of obstacles, we just stop it. So persistence is a very key to achieve our purpose. If you want to achieve a life goal, it's important that we should never give up. Despite whatever problems we face, whatever difficulties we have to stay focused, just move on. Despite life is changing, despite a lot of challenges, difficult moments, difficult people, difficult situations, we just have to move on. That is how we can achieve our purpose. It is important that each one of us should develop resilience. When we face any obstacle, we need to develop our capability and capacity to move on, to make some extra efforts, make more focus. make to be more focused, pursuit for achieving our power. Centrally in our mind, we have two things in our mind: the positive thoughts and negative thoughts. These two thoughts are complementary as well as conflicting. In life, in our mind,
Namaste.
it is like a
Hello बेटा, क्या कर रहे हो?
in life, it is like a
Hello.
pendulum clock. There is a positive
क्या
voice,
चाहिए? मोबाइल चाहिए?
negative voice. These two things keep on moving in our mind. Whichever we focus on.
Malini ma'am, you have been unmute. You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. To conclude, if I need to conclude my closing remarks, that in today's context, it is important that we need to be grateful for whatever we have, because this corona crisis has taught us very simpler things we can't easily enjoy today. It's become so difficult, so complex. It's not that easy. Going to college, going to work, or going in our own car, it's so difficult. It's not that easy. Life is not that easy. So it is important that we need to be happy and to create happiness and also inspire happiness. And life is a series of experience. It is important that we should look at life in the way as it comes. Life is what we make it, out of our own experiences. Third thing is, each one of us has to create their own manual of life. We can get inspired by others, but we have to create our own manual of life. The fourth one is, I would conclude that our manual of life should be an inspiration for others. That's how we live our life. So with this, I encourage each one of you, start your own user manual, because it is important. You have to have your own choice of life, and it is just not enough. As I said, when we define our process, it is important that we need to follow it to achieve it. So just take up one activity and then implement it. Do it today, tomorrow, consistently, and we can achieve it. So with this, I conclude. Any question and answer, I'm happy to take.
Thank you, Malini ma'am. It is really great to hear your views. So thank you so much. Now we move on towards question answer session. And is there any question, Professor Sharma? You have a question.
Yes. Thank you, Anita ji. It is really wonderful session when we see the real empowerment of women folk here. When Anita witnessed in such a manner that the entire executive council of Kota chapter has been predominantly represented by the women representatives. The same thing happened today when you find that the wonderful speakers today brought together, and from south to north to the west. So every corner of the country is speaking about the manual of life. Is it audible to you, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was really wonderful in the sense that the manual is to be made for the life, wonderfully presented by Rasmiji Bhargav, that when we open the suitcase, we find that nothing is there. It depends on the concerned person is how do we perceive about the things available in the suitcase. It was wonderfully explained. To my understanding, I would like to give a brief note about the particular aspect of the life being. See, God has given the power to the human being like a Brahmand, is like a universe. And that universe has been kept in the form of this pind, this body. And this body itself is not the being. Body is embodied with the mind, body, and spirit. So these three things go together. As Anita ji, you rightly pointed out that in the Vedic literature, it has been given that nothing is certain. Everything is uncertain, but we have to lead the life as the destiny takes to us. But meanwhile, because of our own karma and efforts, we can finally tune up the life path. The basic purpose of life is the anandam. Though we move through 5 phases of their life, like the body is there, and we treat that body is me. In fact, me is not the body is not me. Then we also talk about the pranamaya cost. When you talk that the breath I take is me, it is not the same. Ultimately, the aim of the life is to reach to the salvation, that is the anandam. As Rasmiji pointed out, that in the suitcase, there may be many things inquisitively, they may be asked by the concerned person to the God, but it is the perspective which is developed. So rightly pointed out, and ultimately I narrate that because of the education system, we are living for others, not for ourselves. God has sent on this earth to live for ourselves. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, कभी बॉसेस के लिए जीते हैं, कभी दूसरों के लिए जीते हैं, कभी फैमिली के लिए जीते हैं, लेकिन जो उसमें जो स्वयं के जो बात है, सेल्फ के लिए जो बात है, वो बात ही नहीं है कहीं. When you talk about the self concept, these speakers talk very high of the self perspective, the self concept. God has sent us to serve ourselves. But when we come here in the name of growth, in the name of promotion, in the name of achievement, we start serving other beings. If we serve ourselves, the entire humankind will be served, including the bosses which we are expecting to serve. So that we find the manual for the life is to be destined. आपको जो कुछ होना है वो destined है, लेकिन उस destiny को आप अपने कर्म से भी बिल्कुल डाइवर्ट कर सकते हैं. हमारे पैरामीटर्स लाइफ के तय करने पड़ेंगे कि हमको बड़ी कार चाहिए, बड़ा बंगलो चाहिए, बड़ा समाज में प्रतिष्ठा चाहिए. इन सब चीजों में we are getting ourselves lost and we are not achieving there. The basic purpose of life is to accomplish the anandam, happiness, and for happiness we are again going into the deep of that suitcase to find out what ultimately is there in the suitcase. Rasmiji wonderfully presented, and same way the speaker from Ahmedabad, Meghavi ji, she talked about the high esteem. Meghavi, the high esteem one keeps on is the right perspective. You know what happens? We start living for others, that is to be stopped, and we should design our manual for ourselves. हम लोगों को गॉड ने इतनी शक्ति दी कि ब्रह्मांड की जितनी शक्ति है, केवल इसलिए कि हम लोग अपनी तरह से जिंदगी जिएं. Anita ji wonderfully presented today. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity to bring all the persons from different parts of the country for the Kota chapter and the members of this Kota chapter. Thank you very much.
Yes, Sujata ma'am, is there any question?
No question right now, Sami.
Okay. Do we have anyone else, or Mr. Jaiprakash Bagadi, you wanted to add on something? Is it chapter chairperson of Aurangabad chapter? Sir, आपको unmute करना है अपने आप को. Please unmute yourself. Thank you, ma'am. आप mute.
आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
जय हिंद.
जय हिंद सर.
जय हिंद टू एवरीबॉडी. पहले तो ये है कि Diwali is lightful, Holi is colorful, and today's webinar is wonderful and beautiful. So I must appreciate everybody.
Namaskar. Actually, some problem in
I am in the opinion that we must learn, enjoy each and every moment of life, and we must live ourselves first, so that naturally we will be happy, and we will create the happiness alongside all the people and environment. So
I agree.
I like, yes, we must enjoy ourselves. In Marathi we call it as मन करारे प्रसन्न सर्वसिद्धीचे कारण. That is peace in mind. Peace in mind gives everything in our life and we can enjoy our life. All the best, all the best, all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much for joining us and giving your views. We have, I would like to invite our National President, Dr. Nataraj Ray.
Actually, there is some problem in the. That is why I off my video. Reshmi ji, one session. Audio of session is wonderful. Anita ji and Malini, all are very. And now our past president also Jugesh ji is, and our director Joshi is there. A wonderful. Now it is a habit. Waiting for when Anita ji is there. So thank you Anita ji for your program. Every week almost doing on behalf of National President. I can tell you this time of program will all the chapter. There are many chapter chairman is there, Bagade is there, Ji is there, and some persons is there. So wonderful session. I must compliment Anita ji, Kota chapter, Pon, and also Ashok ji. All are there. A wonderful session is going on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So is there any questions?
Thank you very much, Anita ji. There's some net problem. I cannot listen. Thank you very much, Anita ji.
Right, sir. Thank you so very much for joining.
Chapter.
Your inspiring words always keep us moving, and we shall be continuing our job with your all best wishes, sir. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, tomorrow also program. Tomorrow also program. I'll participate tomorrow's program also.
Yes,
so
sir.
every day now it is tomorrow's program. Invite everybody at tomorrow's program. Thank you.
We kept it for Kota chapter, like for the chapter, by the chapter, of the chapter. Every Sunday we will have a webinar by the chapter member, for the chapter people, and of course for all the ISTD Pan India. But we have kept it specially Sundays for only our own speakers, and otherwise you all are joining us everywhere. So would love to have your gracious presence tomorrow also. We have stress management during COVID-19 pandemic. Being it will be the session will be taken up by a newly life member who has joined us in the month of March only, Shri P.C. Srinivasan. He will be joining us tomorrow as a keynote speaker. So really glad to have everybody's gracious presence. May I request Dr. Sujata Sujata ma'am, to sum up the session. And Meghavi, I have questions for you, but you know, time is really crossing. So I really wanted to ask two questions to you, but we will be having it. आपसे तो मैं कभी भी बात करूँगी. So it was really glad to hear you, Meghavi. It's always good to listen you, because she has visited Kota also, and she has given 4-5 training programs in Kota in just 2 days. That was really greatness of her. She is a wonderful personality I have come across, and congratulations, Meghavi, for your recent book. And our Russian lady, we have 2 Rashmis today. आप दोनों तो बहुत ही full of energy हैं, और रश्मि माँ आप तो हमेशा से inspiration रहे हो हमारे. And रश्मि शर्मा मैम को देखो तो मुझे तो बोलना ही पड़ता है, Russian lady है. So thank you for being here. So I request Sujata ma'am to sum up the session, and then Smriti, Dr. Smriti, to for vote of thanks.
Thank you, Anita ma'am. It was really an enriching session full of positive vibes about the manual of life. All the speakers stressed positivity, gratitude, and happiness. Anita Chauhan, our host, she spoke about the 4 ashrams and how they gave us a sort of manual to work. Dr. Avinash Joshi, in his opening remarks, highlighted how imbalances in life have started because there are no clear guidelines, no manual of life, and the need to awaken ourselves. Ms. Meghavi Vyas, as you rightly said, a shark can be 8-inch or 8 feet. It all depends on the environment. A huge amount depends on our image. Our intent decides how far life is going for us. If we don't have a manual, the best thing is to have faith in Brahmaji and humanity. That will help us. Because this gratitude and generosity which you spoke about was highlighted by all the speakers. All of them spoke about gratitude and generosity and how important they are. The friends we have are much more important than to have pride in ourselves. Be grateful for the chances you've been given. That is what life is. Ms. Rashmi Sharma, you also highlighted the manual of life, that it is still in progress. The story, you started with a story of how as a 16-year-old, you were very career-oriented, with teaching as a passion. Despite the many obstacles that came your way, nothing deterred you because you had faith in yourself and dreams to pursue. Women's responsibilities are immense, but we should never give excuses and never give up. So again, you also highlighted the importance of gratitude, appreciation, and belief. Mrs. Rashmi Bhargav, you started with an activity and that really energized all of us. And then you went on to describe the manual of life and said that we have to write it ourselves. The story of the dialogue between a dead man and God, that was wonderful. It was really good. And we realized that it's only the moments, our moments, that are ours. Nothing else. So we must enjoy life. That is the manual of life. Life is a series of baby steps. You have to be beautiful inside as well as outside. Life is full of choices. We have to choose wisely. Very true, madam. Miss Malini Saravanan, manuals, she also spoke about the manuals of life that we have in our code of conduct. Each one of us has to create our own manual. In the context of Corona, sudden deaths are giving us a shock. We realize how temporary life is. We turn to spiritual literature for relief. Everyone wants limitless expansion. There are two aspects. Each one of us has to create our own manual. Of course, others may inspire us, but the onus lies on us. We have to find our own purpose. Each one of us behaves in a different way. Each one of us is unique. We need to move on, come what may. And we must develop resilience. Be grateful for whatever we have. It is important to be happy. During the question answer session also, Mr. Pavan Kumar Sharma, he went to our roots and said how our Vedic literature and how Indian culture has forever highlighted that how body, mind, and spirit go together. The basic principle of life is Anandam, as he said rightly. And the ultimate aim of life is salvation. God has sent us here to live for ourselves, to serve ourselves. So, and it is true that if each one of us serves ourselves, it spreads to the whole of humanity, and the whole humanity is benefited. Mr. Jayaprakash Bagade, you also spoke that how we must enjoy each and every moment of life. Peace in mind enables us to enjoy life. And lastly, we were very happy with Dr. Nataraj Ray, how he appreciated the efforts of Kota chapter. The whole chapters under the leadership of Anita Chauhan, how they are conducting so many webinars. Thank you, all of you. Now I would request Smriti Bhatnagar to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sujata ma'am. With this, I would like to extend vote of thanks to all our dignitaries of today's webinar. First of all, I would like to thank our esteemed speakers who enlightened us with their wonderful thoughts and experiences. So this reminds me of a beautiful quote by Mark Twain, who said, "Kindness is the language which deaf can hear and blind can see." And different perspectives of life, each one of them has shown to us, has given to us. With this, next I would like to thank our President, Dr. Nataraj Ray, for his gracious presence and active participation in all the webinars. Then I would like to thank Dr. Yogesh Upadhyay for his immense support. Mr. Avinash Joshi, our President, thank you so much, sir. Then I would like to thank our chairperson. Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes, you are.
our IST Kota chapter chairperson, Ms. Anita Chauhan, who is always on her toes to make events successful. Thank you so much, ma'am. Most sincerely thanks to other members like Jay Prakash sir, Pawan Kumar Sharma sir, and each one of you who actively participated in the event and make this session a great one. Thank you so much. Over to you, Anita ma'am.
Thank you so much, Smriti, for a wonderful vote of thanks. And Sujata ma'am, thanks for summing up so very nicely. So I would like to take the few names, few chapters who participated today. Is Ashok Deshpande ji. He's not there with us. Now he had to leave. And then Ashok Srivastav sir. It's really nice to see you after a long time, that you are joining us. There is some problem with your audio. That's why I could not invite you to speak also, because your audio is still showing connecting only. So we had Dr. Nepal Singh from Noida chapter. We had participation from Gurugram chapter, Chennai chapter, Mr. DLN Reddy. He joined us, and many members of Kota chapter joined us. This is something good. We are organizing sessions for the members only. Pan India, all the chapters are coming and appreciating our efforts. Do join us and stay tuned with us for tomorrow again. There's a wonderful session we have planned tomorrow. This is at 6:30 tomorrow, that is on Sunday. It is on stress management during COVID-19 pandemic. We have our new life member, Mr.
कुछ बोलो तो आवाज नहीं है, आवाज नहीं आ रही है, बोलो.
You can leave the meeting.
Okay.
And thank you so much for joining us. There is
Thanks.
some technical problem. That's why I could not end the meeting for everyone. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned with us tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, Anita. Bye.
Thank
Jai
you.
Hind to everybody.
Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind, sir.